That was a truly insightful conversation. But now it's time for our weekly financial segment. Let's take a look. July is Savings Month at ABSA, and we're not just talking about your wallet. We've covered the importance of financial security and healthy money habits, but today we're zoning in on safeguarding your hard-earned savings from the sneaky hands of fraudsters. Joining me now is someone who knows a thing or two on the best way to protect your savings from fraud, and that is Ulrich Jansen van Rensburg. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Lisa. Thanks for having me.
Now, what are the most common types of fraud that people might find their savings at risk of?
So the two common things that we see in the industry is scam-related fraud, and then obviously social engineering. Within the scam-related fraud, we obviously find customers or consumers falling trapped to investment scams. From a social engineering perspective, what we see a lot is consumers falling trapped to social engineering, where they receive cold calling, text messages or emails where they have to respond to stop fraud, and within that the fraudsters dip into the consumer savings.
How's the best way then for us to recognize these types of scams?
One of the things we tell customers, social engineering has got three phases. The first one is you receive a call, and in that social engineering conversation they create panic. So in creating panic, they would tell you that you have fraud on your account or your savings is at risk. Following that, they would start off with something that says, we know who you are, and they provide you a couple of basic details about yourself, and they start creating a trust. And that then follows with the cooperation they require in order for them to help you mitigate that risk. There's a need for consumers to pause, think about it, and just figure out how to respond to that. From a scam perspective, what we see is a lot of consumers are approached through social media, where they would be offered great opportunities, and within that try and help them understand how they can make a quick buck or how they can get better than market returns on their current savings.
So how then should I respond to such scenarios if I do find myself being frauded?
Approach the Financial Conduct Authority's website and see if these particular investment schemes have been registered. Understand what I'm trying to do some research, so go onto Google, research this platform, understand the instruments that are being offered, try and understand the underlying asset that generates the revenue. All those things would be typical things that you need to consider in trying to respond. Consult a friend. Sometimes a bit of logic is critical in recognizing that this is potentially too good to be true. Never ever approve anything that on your mobile app or sharing a one-time PIN with people who pretends to be from your bank in order to reverse fraud. Banks will never ask you to authorize the reversal of fraud, that they're there to stop it. Never share your details with them, and in a lot of instances we see they convince consumers to download remote desktop tools, and in that they take control over your devices and they start transacting. As soon as you see any activity, suspicious activity on your account, or you receive these kind of calls, phone your fraud hotline immediately on the number that you've stored on your phone.
So what are some of the good hygiene habits that you're able to give us to avoid such scenarios?
Stay clear of social media for interaction and transact. Never participate in social media activity. Focus on reputable channels where so proper media, so television or radio or newspapers, where investment products are shared. Don't try and beat the market with once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. So download your latest bank app, to register for facial biometric, activate your notification, and in that, pay attention to the notifications and awareness that your bank shares with you around the recent threats that's out there, whether it's scam-related, whether it's fraud-related, and report those suspicious activities as soon as you target it or spot it.
Well, a big thank you to you, Ulrich, for shining light on such a critical topic.
Thank you very much, Lisa.
Well, that's a wrap on our discussion on the best ways to protect your savings from fraudsters. Remember, staying vigilant is key to safeguarding your financial future. There's no better way to cope than with ABSA Bank, where your story matters.
There are stories of strivers, and we're inspired by them all. We invite you to write your story with us. Your story matters. ABSA.